What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching another video of mine. This week is an exciting one because I'm going to be taking you through a full week of training that I'm doing at the moment. So I'm currently training 6 days a week. I've just registered to run in another half marathon on the 6th of April. I'm going to ramp up my training for that, especially on the running side of things. But with my training split, I'm doing 3 strength sessions a week and then 3 running sessions a week. So I think the term is coined hybrid athlete. That's where you weight train and you also run or do some kind of cardio discipline. I personally just like to call that fitness, but if you can't beat them, join them. So technically I'm a hybrid athlete. I don't mind, call me whatever you want. So that's what we're gonna be doing this week.
Everything I've been doing so far, I'll do that warm up every single time I train, and then I do plyometric work beforehand, so that's just like activating all the fast twitch muscle fibers, as you've seen there. So I'm outside now. And the reason for all this is just to really prep the body, but especially when you're doing things like running and you're doing a lot of impact work, it's really important to strengthen all the tendons and the joints around your muscles. So a lot of the explosive work that I do is for that reason. Pretty gnarly superset. Dumbbell bench press with 5-second eccentrics. So come up, 5 seconds down. 5. Straight into chrono rows, 5-second eccentrics as well. Oh wow, yeah, real pump doing that. Chest, arms and back. Horrid little superset. When I do all my sessions, I've got a timer in my app that goes off when I click the rest time. It's really important that you rest properly in between your sets. I have so many clients who are like, oh, I don't know what to do in my 60, 90, 2-minute rest. I get so bored, but it's so important that you take your rest to allow yourself to then properly recover and lift a decent amount of weight. If you're not recovering enough, you're not letting all the ATP restore in your muscles, which means then your next set or your subsequent sets, you're just not going to be lifting as efficiently. And we want to be putting some decent force through our muscles because that's how we build them properly. So I stick to my rest times pretty religiously on here as well. I've got my Q-level weights on the end. I feel like I'm in an aerobics class. Nothing too aggressive here. I'm just doing 21, so 7, halfway up. Nice. And then 7 from halfway to the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 full rep. And then I'm gonna do some triceps here. I like using the cables because you get just like constant tension through the arms with this. Then again, I'm just gonna do about 15 or 20. Happy with like size and strength. I'm trying to maintain as much muscle as possible and still be like efficient at running for my size. Like at the moment I'm weighing about 220 pounds, 100 kilograms. Body fat, I've got no idea. That's definitely come down a little bit with all the running. But you know, I truly believe that you can still run fast and have the endurance and also have a decent amount of muscle mass. So that's really what I'm trying to maintain here. Obviously I've just got a massive pump on from the gym. I do not look like this 99% of the day, but it feels good when you have a little pump and you've got some good lighting. Upper body workout done. See you guys tomorrow. Day 2 at the camp, folks. Today we've got a full body day today, so a bit of legs, a bit of chest. Chest is a little sore from yesterday. Got some back in there, I think, and then a bit of core stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to the session. It's kind of short and sharp. By the way, I get a lot of people asking me about what shoes I wear to train in. I wear these Vivo barefoot shoes. Ever since I've tried them, I will never go back to wearing normal trainers in the gym. These are insane. When you put them on, it's literally like not wearing any shoes. And they're nice and wide as well, because the modern day shoe is very narrow and our toes should be spread out in shoes that we wear, right? So a lot of shoes have our toes very close together, but then you're not going to have as much like grip on the floor. So these are great for that, and you can literally feel everything that comes through. And they're really good for strengthening like your ankles, your calves, knees, your entire leg, to be honest. They're wicked. Let's get to it. I'm not going to show you guys the warm-up again because it's the same one that I did yesterday, but all the plyo stuff I will, and then we'll get into the session. Day 2, done. See you tomorrow for the tempo run. It's another fine morning in Tennessee. We are on the way to the gym. This morning, decided to change up the scenery, but I am running today. Normally, I do my tempo runs outside, but I figured today I want to do it on the treadmill, just so I can really keep my pace super consistent. It's a little bit boring on the treadmill, I won't lie. Damn, I forgot my headphones as well. Oh, that is bleak. That is bleak. Running on the treadmill without headphones. I'm doing 2 4-kilometer runs at like a 4:30 pace, so fairly quick. Damn. Gosh, the whole point of going to the gym was to keep my pace and then listen to some absolute banging tunes when I'm doing it. That's gonna be bleak. Oh my gosh. So just did 2 lots of 4 kilometers on the treadmill at 8.1 miles an hour, which is about 13 point something kilometers an hour. It's like a 4:35 minute kilometer. So pretty punchy with a 2-minute rest in between the 2 4 kilometers. That was probably one of the hardest tempo runs I've done in a long time, but I'm just trying to build the aerobic capacity. Training without headphones, running without headphones on the treadmill is dark. You have to deep into your soul. Look, absolutely soaked, but we got it done. We're gonna step into the laboratory and get going with some body maintenance work. Yeah, just over 15 minutes. Nice and easy. I've got my dinner in the oven. So this gives me a little 10-minute window to do some running specific mobility and strengthening work. So this is an exercise to really strengthen your hip flexors. Hip flexors are something that, especially because in today's age we sit down so much, when we're sitting down and our legs are up like this, our hip flexors are always just completely switched off and not being used, and so they can get quite weak very quickly. And when you're running, if you have weak hip flexors, it puts a lot more stress on your quads, keeps them nice and tight. So strong hip flexors just allows the less tension on the quads, because obviously this makes up for weaker this, and if you've got strong hip flexors, you can just get more power lifting that leg up as you run. So this is one of the best exercises. It's pretty punchy and it can kind of get pretty painful. So you're just going to come over one dumbbell, out to the side, back in the middle and back round. Okay, 10 reps each leg. And we're just going into a nice single leg glute bridge. Hold this for 30 seconds. Isometric holds are really good for strengthening tendons. Well, another good one for running. So feet up against the wall, 90-degree angle. You want to lift your hips up, but like scoop the pelvis under, and then bring one knee into the chest. And then what you're doing is you're just bringing the ankle up and down. Bring the ankle up and down like this. And again, just getting movement through it. But in that tense position, because my glutes fired up here as well, so it's kind of working the whole leg. Do about 10 to 15 reps here. Okay, now this one is brutal. So I've got a plate underneath here. Just because I've got no shoes on, putting the mat above it. We're working the hamstring here. Okay, this one it's intense. So you're gonna bring your hips up, okay? See how my leg is not like fully bent like this, it's kind of at a slight angle, but not straight. And then this leg is just chilling, resting up, and then I'm moving my foot forward and up, pointing it forward and up. This one absolutely shreds the hamstrings. Such a good exercise. And again, it just looks really simple and easy, but it's challenging. Fantastic exercise for runners. So you go into a lunge position like this, and then you are up on the ball of your foot. And you want to try and do around 30 to 60 seconds, and you're just holding this here. So this position here is like the bottom range of the movement, and so by holding it, you're really strengthening the muscles in this position for an extended period of time. As you wouldn't normally know, if you were doing a lunge, you just go up and down, so this is really good for just building strength and muscle in a different way. Okay, that's a minute. Second leg is always an absolute nightmare.
It's time for my interval runs, and as you can see, it's dark outside because, no, it's not early in the morning. I spent 7 hours today at the DVA for an appointment that I had. I had to wait 7 hours for my appointment. So I was there the whole day. I was ordering Postmates to the center, and I was meant to run this morning, like late morning, because I'm doing interval sessions. If I can, if I've got a busy day, I'll try and do them first thing in the morning. If I can't, I'll do them, and I've got a window, I'll do them at like 11 and 12 when I've got a bit of food in my system, because intervals are pretty hectic. Now I'm having to do them at 6 p.m. on a Friday night. And I was very close to just going, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it after my weight training session tomorrow. It'll be fine. And then I was like, actually, no, because tomorrow it's gonna be hard to get it in. If I just do it tonight and I get it done, then it's over with, and then tomorrow we can just focus on the weight training. So here we are. I'm going for my intervals. I'm not going to be able to film it because it is pitch black. I'll take my phone and see if we can do something. I'm running sub 4 minute kilometers, and I'm doing intervals, so 6 lots of 3 minutes. So I'll run 3 minutes, under 4 minutes per kilometer, rest for 2 minutes, and then do it again 6 times with a little warm up and a little cool down. So this is just really good for like VO2 max testing, which just increases, fitness levels and recovery. Little warm up first, always get the heart going, the blood pumping, and then we'll get into it. I probably won't run the intervals holding this big torch in front of my face because it's super dark in this neighborhood and I can hardly see anything already, and I'll be absolutely gunning it, so I'll need both my arms, but I'll check in with you in about 25 minutes, see how we're doing. Oh, we did it, we made it. That was tough, but there's something, haven't done it in a while, something really nice running in the dark. No one's around, no distractions, and you get a little bit like David Goggins in your head, And honestly, it's different for everyone, but it's something that really motivates me with doing stuff like this. And this is not in an arrogant way at all, but I always think in my head, like I'm the only one out here running, obviously because it's a bit nuts on a Friday night. I wouldn't be here normally, so it doesn't make me that special, but I just think, so many other people are just, relaxing, looking after themselves, and I'm out here putting in the hard work. And that's not putting other people down because everyone's relaxing at different points, but it just kind of fires me up. And sometimes when you do these sessions that are pretty brutal, you just need that kick, and that's what does it for me. And often, even with normal training or when I have to do stuff I don't want to do, I always think, well, most people aren't doing this, so stand out so you can live like most people can't. Join me tomorrow for my last full body session of the week. We are in. My outfit, feeling very American this morning. Red, white and blue, Bruce Springsteen on, snapback. I never would have worn this outfit a few years ago back in London, but I'm being converted. Final day of training in the week. So Sundays are my long run days, and this is where I'll go for, it's called a zone 2 run. So zone 2 training for me, well, for anyone really, is trying to keep your heart rate between about 120 to 140 beats per minute. So you're really only using like aerobic capacity for when you're doing the exercise, which is just really, really great for increasing your aerobic fitness and your cardiovascular endurance. I'll wear one of these nasal tapes and I'll try and nasal breathe only for my runs. Today it's a 15-kilometer run. It'll be a super slow pace. It's really important that with any kind of running that you're doing, definitely getting in your slow runs. And I do mine once a week. I'll try to do zone 2 twice a week if I've got time. But it's so important to get your body used to being on your feet for that long and just working completely aerobically without tapping into any of your, anaerobic energy sources. It's a beautiful day here in Tennessee, as you can see. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Stick on a good little podcast, maybe some good old house music, and we'll be underway. And that will then conclude my week of training. Realised and completely forgot to film anything on my Sunday run, and it was silly because I was running for an hour and a half at a very slow pace, 6-minute kilometer pace. So did 15 kilometers, took me an hour and a half, and yeah, it was nice and easy. I mean, I said on my stories actually when I was running, I managed to post on my Instagram stories, but not on here. I've just forgot about YouTube. Running for an hour and a half slow is pretty boring, but you have to be able to do the boring work. Anyone who is successful at anything in any department in life does the boring work when they need to, despite what everyone else is doing. And so many people don't do the boring work because we're constantly needing entertainment in our lives today, and we're constantly needing that instant gratification. And a lot of people who don't get that don't do the boring stuff, but it's so important. So your long runs, weight training is boring. I don't really like it. I like the feeling afterwards, but lifting weights up and down, it's boring, but it's good for you, and you have to do it if you want to progress with anything. So that's what I'm going to wrap up on. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll have another video coming out soon, but appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully that was somewhat interesting and insightful into how I train as a hybrid athlete. See you in the next video.